Okay, so one of the agencies that work with us just closed a $25,000 deal selling a voice AI agent build out. So I want to just quickly walk you through how this works because there's a lot of people and businesses that want to use this technology for themselves, but there's also some people that want to sell this technology to others who want to use it for themselves. And so if you're one of either of those people, really, I think this video can benefit you and you can learn a lot from it. So I'm going to walk you through how somebody who used Nova Echo, used our technology, was able to sell this deal. So what they did was they found a company, it was a medium-sized company. I believe they were doing somewhere in the range of $20 million a year. And they found them and they said, hey, we have an AI agent that can take orders for you. Okay, so this was like a company that takes orders, they put it on trucks, that kind of thing, some sort of trucking company. And they were like, okay, this AI can take all your orders over the phone and then can automatically place them into certain trucks, which Nova Echo can do when it's set up correctly. And these guys were like, that's insane, because now instead of having to hire a bunch of people, they can just have one AI agent do this, and it's more efficient, and it's faster, and it's more reliable, and it can speak more languages. Just crazy, right? So they're like, okay, that's awesome. That was an easy way to generate initial interest. And they did it through something called cold email. Okay. And this is where you basically just email people and you tell them, hey, we can do this, this, and this for you. And then these guys actually responded to his cold email and said, yeah, that sounds great. Let's hop on a call. So then after that, they push them into a call, because the best way to actually explain Nova Echo and this technology to people is to get them on a phone call. That way you can actually demo it to them, because if you're not demoing the technology, nobody's going to understand what it is, because it is so new and because it doesn't really make sense to people who don't actually hear it for themselves. So this is my interpretation of what a phone looks like. So they got on a call. Then they were shown a demo of what the technology can do. So they actually talked to the AI, they heard it, they listened to it. We actually got on the phone with the client as well, and we were like, okay, this is what it can do, this is what it can't do. We wanted to make sure the client was super understanding of what it was capable of and what it was not yet capable of, because we don't want them to have expectations that our agency could not fulfill for them, right? So once they were super clear on that and were clear on the AI's ability to actually answer questions, then the next step of the process was talking about the pricing. Okay, so I'm just kind of running through this and I'm going to go into depth right after. So the pricing for typical build outs are nowhere near 25,000 because they don't require that much work. But this was a very big company. They wanted a very in-depth AI system. They wanted a ton of automations. They wanted everything to be tracked. So basically, when you get a call, when the AI would get a call, it would talk to them, get the order, determine where the order is in this huge bucket of orders. Then it would determine what products actually need to be shipped, what kind of boxes need to go with that, all this different stuff. And then it would choose the correct person for that job and the correct truck number for that job. So it's crazy build out. It was bound to take a while to do, maybe like 1 to 2 months, and that's why the price was that high. Okay, so they quoted the company $25,000. Now, of course, the company was like, okay, no problem, because that's not that much money. Like, if they're going to save them hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on salaries and a lot of their own time and everything like that, 25K is chump change. It's literally nothing. And they actually, once they heard this price, they actually said they wanted multiple agents after the first one worked well, because they thought the price was very fair for how much work it was going to take, right? Now, because this was a big payment, it was actually split up. So the payment was, I believe, 15K up front and then 10K after the build out was complete. That way they can make sure that they had the money up front to get the job done. And then they'd also have a reward after the fact, because obviously it's a long project, and that just felt more fair in that scenario, although this can work multiple different ways. Now, after the payment came in, this is where we got involved, because our agency has our support and they needed help getting all this figured out, because we have experts that do this kind of stuff all the time, and they were a newer agency, and so they did not understand this as well as we did, basically. So they hopped on the phone with us, and we're going to try another phone here, and this one's going to be better, I think. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Cool. Okay, so they hopped on the phone with us, and On the phone with us, they were able to get a understanding of how the build out should actually look. And we also gave them a CRM account so they could start building everything out. We gave them obviously our voice AI dashboard so they could start building the agent. And within a few weeks, they were really making progress on this agent. Now, I don't want to go so in depth on how the entire fulfillment process for this worked. Instead, I just want to come back up here because if you are somebody who wants to sell voice AI technology, like, it's not super challenging to sell this technology because it is so valuable inherently. Every business owner needs it and can benefit from it truly. And so you don't actually have to do much selling at all. When somebody sees a demo, which is the second part, once they see a demo of your voice AI, what are they going to do? They're going to freak out because it's actually awesome. And they're going to immediately start thinking of ways that they can use this in their own business. And as soon as they do that, what are you going to do? You're going to tell them the best ways that you've seen it be used in the past, right? That way you can actually help them make the right decision. And once they know of those ways and you've already taught them how to do it correctly, the only other step is, hey, let me pay you $25K to save myself $200K a year. That sounds like a pretty damn good deal to me. Okay. For all parties. So that's awesome. Now, the fulfillment was not easy on this project, as you can probably imagine. Honestly, it was worth more than $25K. That was a very cheap price, but it was worth it to our agency and it was worth it to the client. So they were both happy. And if they're happy, we're happy. So everyone was happy. And that's how we like it. So if you are a business who wants to use voice AI technology to save time and money on sales and customer service, well, instead of doing cold email, I'm making this video. Okay, so we're going to do YouTube. There we go, YouTube. Then I'm going to tell you to use the link in the description down below to book a meeting with us. And we're going to hop on the phone. And I'm going to tell you, hey, listen to the demo of this AI. Then I'm going to show you the back end of what the AI actually looks like, the software. Then I'm going to run you through different stats from past campaigns we've ran. And you're going to see all of the true numbers and all the true features of what we actually offer. You're going to freaking love it. And you're going to realize how actually impactful it's going to be to your business if you can save that much time and that much money and be that much more efficient in sales, right? And then I'm not going to quote you $25K unless you're a big company and want a ridiculous project that's going to take us months. Instead, I'm also not going to quote you these prices. I'm going to quote you much less, of course, if you are the average small to medium-sized business who wants to just get the setup to call leads and book appointments, or call leads as soon as they come in from ads, or do customer service and answer questions, or anything like that. And now my camera died, so it looks like it is time to end the video, but I was just about to be done anyways. So I'm going to continue no camera. So now, well, then we're going to hop on another phone call, and we are going to build the agent out for you within 14 days, and we're going to work with you nonstop until it performs. Because if it performs, that means you're going to keep working with us. If you keep working with us, that's the only way that we actually make it worth our time to build out the agent for you in the first place. So if you are a business, let's do this. Let's at least hop on a call. Just book a call with the link in the description below. It's a half hour. It won't take much of your time. We'll show you everything you want and nothing that you don't. And if you want to leave, you just let us know and we'll say goodbye, and there's no hard feelings. But I'm telling you, you're going to love it. And if you're somebody who wants to do this process yourself and you want to actually sell this technology, well, I'm using this whole process on you. So you should also go down in the description, also book a meeting, and we'll show you a demo of the tech, but also tell you how you can do this yourself more in depth, in a more in-depth way. And we'll show you how you can charge prices. Also, you shouldn't be charging this much, but we'll show you how to charge prices that work for you and for the client, and we'll show you how to do the fulfillment. So regardless of who you are, if you want to use voice AI, I don't want to spend years and years and hundreds of thousands of dollars and genius minds in order to figure out how to do this yourself, then just book a call and we'll help you. And that's it. Have a great rest of your day. Talk soon. I hope. Link in the description.